Hello and welcome everyone. This is another Rook endgame study. Here white has two pawns and black has a rook. White's pawns are far advanced. One is on the 6th rank and one is on the 7th rank. It is white to move. White naturally wants to move his king to f7 or h7 and try to promote the pawn. Let's say if king f7, then black wants to give check. Rook f2 check, king e6, rook e2 check, king f5, rook f2 check, king e4, rook e2 check. Now white has two options, to go king f4 or go king f3. Do not go king f3. We are learning in short why. First we look at king f4. Next move for black is either go rook f2 check or go rook e8. Let's consider first rook e8. Rook wants to go g8 and attack this pawn. So white king must go back. So king g5. If rook goes here, then king can easily save this pawn. So there is no use of going rook g8 now. So black moves his king near. King c7, king h6, king d7, king h7, king e7. Now white promotes and white wins with extra pass pawn. Let's go back here. What happens if white plays king f3? This is a mistake because the white king is too far away from g pawn. So rook can attack it via rook e8 and rook g8. So if rook e8, king g4, rook g8 and king g5. So this pawn is lost. Rook captures pawn, king f6, rook captures pawn, king captures rook, and this is a draw. So going king f3 is a mistake. And if after king f4 black goes rook f2 check, now you can safely go king g3 because the rook cannot go to f8 because it is defended by pawn. And there is no way that black can prevent this queening. So white is winning here. Here white has a rook and black has two connected pass pawn which are far advanced. Here it is white to move and the winning move here is rook g6, stopping this pawn's advance. King d7. Now critical move is rook g4 which attacks this pawn and also prevents further advance of this pawn. So now g2, then rook captures g2, king e6. The important move here is rook g5, cutting this king off on the 5th rank. King f6, attacking this rook, rook c5. If this pawn advances, then rook c3 attacks the pawn and wins it. So it is not a good idea to push the pawn. So black waits, king e6. Now white king improve its position. King b7, king f6, king b6, king e6, king b5, king f6, king c4, king e6. Now king d4, king f6 and king e4. So white is winning this pawn and the game. After rook c5, if black plays f3, then white can win this pawn by attacking laterally. Rook c3 which attacks this pawn. And there is no way to defend this. As pawn moves to f2, then rook f3 check. So if after rook c5, king e6 and king b7. If black pushes the pawn f3, then also the same trick is working. Rook c3, which attacks this pawn, and there is no way to defend this, as if you play f2, then rook f3 wins this pawn. So critical move here is rook g6 and then rook g4. If you are one move short, if you give this check, then it is a draw. King d6, rook checks, and now it is winning for black. King d5, king b7, f3, rook a3, f2. If rook takes, then this is winning, and if you go here, then king e4 attacks the rook. Rook has to move. Now king e3 protects this pawn, so this pawn can advance further. Rook g7, then this is queen. So this position is very dangerous if white misses important key moves like rook g6 and rook g4. The important key idea is always shut the king from reaching to the pass pawn.